Okay, let's get our standing posture for a few standing things today. So let's start with our warm-ups. Feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead. Activate your core, bring your shoulders back and down, and reach your crown to the ceiling. Take a moment there, close your eyes, focus inward, take a few breaths. Exhale any stress or tension. Drawing energy and awareness. And let's begin with our warm-ups. Inhale, arms to shoulder level, but keep your shoulders down. Exhale, hands to your heart, stretch to the front, keep the shoulders still down, and clasp the hands behind you. Press them to the floor, lift your heart, stretch your head back, spread your toes, and then pivot at your hips and come over. Lift your sitting bones, bring your hands toward your head, get those shoulders starting to work, and don't forget to breathe. You can move your chin around, let your neck relax, and then bend your knees slightly. Start at the bottom of the spine, wind your way all the way up, and lift your heart. So stretch your head back, but don't lift your chin too high. Stretch the back of your neck throughout. And then inhale upright and release your arms. Take a moment, feel your body, notice how things are working. And again, reach out, hands to your heart, stretch to the front, and clasp the opposite way behind you. Press the fingers down and the chest high, head back, and then pivot again, and let that back of your body work. Take a few moments there, relax. Just give a good stretch and work your way again into the upper body, especially for the back bend. Spread your toes, lengthen your spine, and breathe. And then inhale upright, release your arms, and just take a moment feeling your spine and body getting activated. Shoulders relaxed, arms out, palms toward the ceiling, hands over your shoulders, and then clasp them. Bring the arms next to your ears, and we'll do our side stretches. So no twist on this one. Stretch your head up and your sitting bones down, lean to the side. And as you do that, push the foot you're leaning away from down for that extra stretch along the ribs, and feel what your body is telling you. Take a moment in that lateral motion, and then come back to the center, shoulders still down. Switch your other hand to the front and pull your arms next to your ears. Spread your toes, stretch the spine, and lean to the opposite side. Don't lean forward or backward, just straight over. And again, maximize that on this side and open the ribs. And then inhale back to the middle and release. Feel your whole body a little bit more activated, and we'll stretch the spine for our twist. So arms out, palms toward the ceiling, hands over your shoulders, and then clasp your elbows. Stretch the spine apart and turn to one side. Take a breath, spread your toes, and pivot over. Deepen as far as you want. Feel your body, let it tell you what's right for you. Take a breath, and then on an inhalation, come on up and lift your heart. Elbows back, arms by your ears, shoulders down. Feel the whole body opening. And then open, inhale up, exhale around to the center, switch everything around. Spread your toes, stretch your spine, and turn to the opposite side. Another breath, and pivot over. And as you get all the way down as far as you need to go, just relax. Keep the weight on both feet as much as you can. And work your way up when you're ready. Stay in the twist, and stay in your upper body only for the back bend. Shoulders are down. Take a moment to breathe. inhalation, come upright, turning to the center. Keep your shoulders down, extend your arms up. Spread your toes, lengthen your spine, and then pivot forward and come all the way over to ragdoll. Take a moment there or pull in deeper with your hands behind your legs and get a good stretch on your spine. And then arms to the center and wind your way into mountain pose once more. As you get back up, take a moment just assessing how your body is feeling today. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment there, stretch your spine apart, relax your shoulders, and then inhale your hands toward the ceiling. Look at your thumbs as you pull them back, and then swan dive forward. Pivot on over, all the way to ragdoll. Hands under your knees on your shins for our halfway up stretch. Lengthening. Tuck the chin a little bit so that back of the neck keeps stretching. And then relax back down. Straighten your knees, straighten your spine, bring your arms out at shoulder level, and hinging at your hips, pivot up. Palms toward the ceiling, look overhead, and back. Hands together to your heart. And release. Take a moment, feel your spine, and let's step wide. So we're going to hinge at the hips, so bring those thumbs to your hip crease at the front and bring your chest forward. Keep your spine as straight as you can, parallel to the floor. Stretch it out. And then you can keep your hands there or slide them down your legs and go a little deeper in your hinge if you'd like. Take a moment there. Keep those ribs up, supporting that core. Stretch your hips and crown opposite, so you get a good stretch along the spine there. And then bring your hands to the floor under your shoulders. If that doesn't work, you can keep them on your shins. And we're going to go into a little twist. So sitting bones back, crown forward. Straighten your knees as much as you can, spread your toes, and then keeping the right hand where it is, bring the left hand out, or opposite hand out, and rotate looking to the side, turning your hip up slightly on the side you're turning toward, and the ribs and shoulders so that your whole body faces the side. Take a moment there, stretching the spine nice and open, feeling the twist. Stay there or bring your right hand toward your left foot and your hand in the air further back. Or the opposite if you did the opposite. Knees are straight as much as possible. Body is twisting, the whole thing, not just your head. And then come back straight up and down if you moved further. And follow your hand back around down to the floor or your leg. And of course, we'll twist to the other side. So sitting bones and crown stretch apart for the twisting motion. Opposite hand stays down as you bring the other hand out to the side and turn to the side as you bring that hand straight above you. And again, arms right across from each other as much as you can. Stretch it out through the whole spine. And remember, the whole body, not just your head, turns toward the side. Bring your hand toward the opposite foot on the floor and the hand in the air behind you if you like the extra twist. Take a breath, maximize if you love it, or not if you don't. And then back straight up and down. Stretch looking to the side and follow your hand back down, hands to the floor or your shins. And again, stretch the spine. Bring your hands to your legs if they aren't already, and slide back up and into mountain pose. And take a moment there. Feel your spine more activated and breathe. So we'll do our balance Gentle practice, spread your toes on your balance foot. Make sure your ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder line up, that your core is supporting your low back, and your spine is stretching apart up through the crown. Spread your toes, no gripping, that gives you less support. And then bring the other foot up a little or more or toward your heart. Make sure it doesn't cross over. Get your stability and work, of course, around the ankle. Other way, keep it flexible. Flex and point, and return that foot down. Shift your balance to the other side, and again, lift the toes, spread things out. Make sure that you've got your good support and your alignment all the way through the shoulder. Make sure that that knee and toes go the same direction. Shoulders back and down, core supporting your spine. And sinking into that foot, bring the other one up. Remember, if you're balance challenged today, leave it low. That's perfectly fine. Find your spot and work your ankle. Take a few breaths as you do it, circling both ways. And straighten it out, returning to the floor. Take a moment there, sinking evenly into both feet up through the crown. And again, let's bring the hands to the heart. Shoulders down, fingertips coming toward the ceiling. Another little back bend. And another swan dive, pivoting forward. Drop into ragdoll, come up into your halfway up stretch, spread your toes. Exhale back down. Pull in deeper and a little more stretch on your back if you like. Straighten your knees. Bring your hands back to the center. And again, palms together to your heart. Keep those shoulders down. And release, stepping wide. Spread your toes, sink into your feet, and sitting bones toward the floor. We're moving our feet into our foot to the side and back leg stretched straight with the toes angled toward the front slightly. We're pulling our back hip all the way around to the front. Spread your toes and bring your hands either clasped behind your low back or into reverse prayer so that we can go into our pyramid. Straighten both knees, so kneecaps toward your thighs. Tighten at the top of the front of the legs. And then pivot, pushing your hips back, both hip bones forward, facing the floor, and bring your shoulders evenly down. Look at your front foot, spread your toes, and just deepen into that position as much as you like. If you're super flexible, especially through your legs, you can keep pulling your chest closer toward your leg if you like, but keep your spine as straight as you can. Keep that back hip pulling forward and the front hip pulling back so those hip bones stay even. Take a moment breathing. Make sure your toes are spreading, not gripping. Keep the weight in that back foot as much as the front foot. And then pivoting back up, keep the legs right where they are. And take a moment to breathe. Release your arms. You can bring your hands to the front. Take a moment there and raise them overhead. We're going to pivot our front knee right above the ankle. So spread both the toes on both feet. Sink evenly into both feet. Keep the weight in that back foot. And then pushing the front hip back and the back hip forward. Pivot over as you bend that front knee coming into the extended warrior. Take a moment breathing, knee right above your ankle, not in or out. And then if you want, you can bring your hands again to the back of your body, clasp them and press back toward that foot behind you. Take a moment there and breathe. And then inhale, bring your front of your body back up. Chest to the front, hip bones even. facing the side in that warrior one. And then releasing your hands to the front, turning your feet to the front, and releasing your arms to your sides. Take a breath. Exhale, sink evenly into your feet. And of course, we'll balance and go the opposite direction. So again, turning your feet, one foot all the way, the other going slightly angled and pivoting. So you're turning your whole body to face that front foot, bringing the back hip forward and the front hip back. Again, either clasping your arms behind you or bringing your fingertips between your shoulder blades for that prayer position in reverse. Take a breath, pull the front hip back as you pivot forward. Keep the hip bones even as you come into your pyramid shape. Spread your toes, make sure you're not gripping, but make sure the weight is in both feet evenly. Legs are straight, knees are not bending in either leg. Press into both feet evenly. Keep the shoulders and hips even, facing the floor. Again, pivoting only as much into that position as parallel to the floor, or maybe a little bit deeper if you love it. Take a moment and stretch your spine. Make sure that back of the neck keeps stretching as well. Exhale any tension. And then coming back up, release your arms to the front as we get ready for our warrior one. Spread your toes, get weight in both feet. And again, we're pivoting that front hip as you come forward. Bring the knee right above your ankle. Release your arms, clasp them the other way behind you, and press the hands to the foot behind you. Again, keep the knee bent straight above the ankle. Keep the head reaching to the side, both hips facing the floor evenly. And then bringing the hands to the front, inhale the upper body up, keeping that knee bent. Bring into your warrior one. Take a moment and breathe. Bringing the hands maybe overhead if you'd like, and releasing them down as you turn to the center. And release into mountain pose. Take a breath. Exhale any warrior stress. Tends to build the heat, so you may be a little bit warmer, Roxanne. Take a moment to breathe, stretch your head up, and bring your hands to your heart once more. Inhale, coming up toward the ceiling, bring your thumbs back, and give yourself a good stretch. Pivot on forward, all the way over. And another hands under your knees on your shins, halfway up stretch. Spread your toes, bend your knees, and come to the floor for our child pose. Sink back, hips to your heels, hands next to you, palms up. Bring your forehead down. Take a breath and just relax. Take a moment. Tension it. Let your spine get a good stretch. And then inhale it, sit up, bring your legs to the front and all the way to the end of the mat. Coming into staff position, get that core activated and supporting you, crown toward the ceiling, and we'll roll all the way to the mat. Take a moment as you get down, just take a moment breathing and relaxing. We're going to do a little something with the shoulders and arms for a moment. So keep your hands, palms down first, and then turn them palms up. Relax through the whole arms and shoulders. And then with the hands, palms up, rotate so that the thumbs go more toward the floor. And feel what that does across the front of your body. Take a moment there, expanding the heart. Pulling those shoulders toward your waist. Rotating those palms, pinky fingers up. And then roll the back of your hand back down. Notice what your spine and back are doing and shoulders. And then put the palms on the floor. And then roll the thumbs down to the floor and lift the pinky fingers up. And notice what that does to the front of your chest and front of your body, kind of crushing it in. Just feel what's going on there. Take a moment and breathe. And then exhale, palms back down. Rotate to the sides of your hands all the way to the backs. And again, bring the thumbs down and feel that chest expand across the front. Take a few moments there, getting this maximized into it or not, as your body needs and wants, always personal practice. And then exhale, release your arms to neutral, and then put your palms down. Sitting bones toward your heels, press your back into the floor, just gently, heels next to your hips. Take a moment there and press your back down. Feel that core activated a little bit more. And then sitting bones sliding back, ribs lifting, coming to that arched up position a little bit more. And then press it down. Feel that core activated again. Keep the feet and knees hip width apart. And we'll go up into just a baby bridge. So just lift your hips straight up. Head is on the floor, not your neck. And your shoulders, arms, and hands, as well as your feet, support you evenly. Hips going straight up, just like when we were in our warrior position, to the front. Take a moment and breathe. And then releasing your shoulders, your shoulder blades, your ribs, and your spine to the floor. Take a moment and relax. And then bring your arms to T position, palms up or down. Feel the difference. Switch to the other direction. Feel what's going on. And then pressing your back gently down, lift both feet off the floor. You can keep them next to each other, or for a little more stretch in your low back, cross the leg over and roll it to the opposite side. And again, head turning toward the arm behind you. Hands, palms up or down, whichever is working for your shoulders and upper body today. And don't forget to breathe. Relax those shoulders down. Let the knees come as far toward the floor as they want to go today into your twist. Take a breath, turn your head as you exhale. Just relax the neck, deepening that neck area twist only as much as your body needs and wants. And again, just relax as you exhale, deepening a little bit more into the twist. Holding the twist only as long as your body is willing and relaxing in it. Exhale again. And of course, probably too soon, bring your heels toward your hips, roll onto your back, straighten things out as we get ready to twist to the opposite side. Again, sitting bones slightly toward your heels as you press your back gently down, feet off the floor. Cross the legs over if you're doing the cross-legged version. And again, rolling the knees right at hip level over to the side. Keep the shoulders down, hands either palms up or down. Maybe turn them and see what the difference is as you also turn your head to the other direction. Again, deepen into your twist on this side, however much feels right for your body, and then just relax into it. The further the knees go down, the more that back is in the twist at the lower back. So don't go too far if that's something that's an issue. Turn your head, but only as much as your neck area is going to allow as well. And keep the shoulders down, let the middle back twist as much as it will, and then breathe into it. Exhale. And maybe sink a little deeper into your twist. Always personal practice, especially with your twists. Always doing what's right for your spine. Another deep breath in, just relax. Let the twist happen, don't force it. And of course, we need to do our relaxation. So go ahead, heels toward your hips, and roll out of your twist when you're ready. Uncross your legs if they were crossed. Straighten wings out. If you slide the feet down, and bring your hands, palms up next to you. Keep those shoulders releasing down. Heart opening. And I'm going to breathe. Let the lower body release. The shoulders relax. The midsection soften. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, let your body grow heavy and sink deep into that earth support. And let your body go. Just softening and sinking with each breath. Relaxing completely. Focusing inward. And allow the thoughts of your body to release from your awareness, allowing any other thoughts to flow in and back out without attention. There's no need to remember the past or anticipate the future. It's the job of your mind to produce thoughts. Just let them flow without attention, allowing your mind to release, your body to relax, and your attention to form that inner awareness, focusing on peace. And just fill your body with peace and your mind with peace. And to take a few moments to be peace. And if you have time today, just let your body keep relaxing and allow your mind to keep drifting. And let the awareness of peace just fill you as long as you have opportunity. If it's time to get ready for the rest of your day, just begin drawing energy and awareness back to the moment, to the room, to your body. And as you begin breathing more deeply, just begin moving your body gently, maybe circling your hands and your feet, moving your arms and your legs, rolling your head side to side, breathing more deeply. Begin stretching more gently whenever that's right for you today. And as you breathe more fully, stretch more completely. When you're ready for your final yoga hug of appreciation, bring your sitting bones gently toward your heels and your heels up toward your hips. Press your back gently down as you draw your knees up toward your heart. Pull your arms around. Give yourself that appreciative yoga hug. Let your body know you appreciate its yoga work today and the work your body does for you every day. And when you're ready, whenever that is, to release your head and feet back to the floor, roll over to the side and sit back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead for you today. Thanks for joining me.